When selecting commercial bike lockers, the security it provides is the most important factor. So important that we have an entire video that reviews the security elements of bike lockers. You can find a link to the video in the description below. In addition to security, there are other considerations when selecting commercial bike lockers, like design, aesthetics, configuration, and installation that'll help guide you to the best one for your situation. And we're going to review those right now. The first point we're going to look at is performance. For maximum performance of steel bike lockers, the finish of the steel is what is most important. With the right makeup of steel components, you can expect the lockers to remain sturdy and secure for many years, whether they're placed in controlled environments or outside exposed to weather. Panels, doors, and frame elements should be made of a galvanized steel with a powder coat top coat. Locking mechanisms, handles, and other components should be a stainless steel. As these are the working parts of the bike locker, the higher quality of steel will keep these functioning for years. Turning our attention to design and aesthetics, the most important thing we need to know is that the bicycle locker will accept most standard size bikes. Generally, the measurements of a bike locker should be greater than the standard bicycle measurements: 72 inches long, 24 inches wide, and 46 inches tall. The interior of the bike locker should be spacious enough to store the bicycle while also allowing for additional items like bags, helmets, and other related accessories. Catering to these dimensions, bike lockers usually then come in two design styles: rectangle and pie. They can also be placed in a horizontal or vertical configuration. With a horizontal bike locker, the unit is one layer on the ground, where the door can be opened up and the bicycle can be rolled into the unit. The storage capacity of the bike locker needs to be considered next. For reference, a narrow mad locker from Madrax measures 31 inches wide and can store a single bicycle, along with enough room for storing additional items. The mad locker, measuring 39 inches wide, provides even more storage capacity. However, this results in a wider footprint. The mad locker can also be configured to store two bicycles. A diagonal partition, along with a door on each end, is used to create the two triangular parking spaces inside the locker. This is the most cost-efficient way to maximize the number of bike locker parking spaces. Horizontal bike lockers can also be stacked, allowing you to maximize the number of bicycles that can be parked per square foot. Stacking lockers would require lifting and lowering a bicycle to the upper level for storage and removal. This type of locker may be difficult for certain users. A pie-shaped locker is an alternative horizontal bike locker design. They have the same width at the door, but it narrows towards the rear. Pie lockers offer different options for utilizing areas of available storage space, like corners or areas that are not square in shape. Banked together, they can also make visually entertaining circles and half-circle designs. Vertical bike lockers are best for minimizing the floor space needed to install bike lockers. These lockers are a few inches taller than horizontal bike lockers are long. The extra space is needed so the bicycle can be lifted onto a hook that holds the bicycle in the vertical position. This type of locker also requires the cyclist to lift the bicycle for storage, which may limit the use by some cyclists. Beyond the standard features of bike lockers, there are some custom options available. Perforation and cutouts on doors can be customized. This is commonly used for branding, advertising, and to match existing designs. The powder coat color of your bike locker can also be customized. For site considerations with bike lockers, there are a couple things to be aware of. One of them is placing the bike locker too close to other objects that may limit how far the door can swing open. To ensure the success of your layout, make sure there's enough end and side clearance. The ability for a bicycle to be maneuvered in and around a bike locker is the main concern. Aisle or corridors around bike lockers should allow for simultaneous users. How far opened locker doors swing out into the travel space should also be factored into the overall design. Keep in mind the flow into and out of the area with bike lockers. Two-sided lockers need to be accessible from both sides. Room to lift and lower bicycles need to be included with stacked and vertical bike lockers. As it relates to configuring bike lockers, Because they are generally modular in shape, they are designed for inline or bank configurations. Straight rows of lockers are accomplished by placing rectangular units next to one another. Adhered together with supplied hardware, it makes an almost seamless, continuous run of lockers. Pie-shaped lockers installed next to one another form circular shapes. Great for wrapping around exterior corners, following other curvatures, or filling empty spaces. For installation, many steel bike lockers arrive disassembled to save on shipping costs. They will need to be assembled and then placed in their desired location. Bike lockers also commonly have leveling feet. These can be adjusted to maintain a consistent height across the length of banked lockers. There are a variety of considerations when evaluating bike lockers. The information in this video should help guide you when selecting the best one for your application. Start your bike locker search at madrax.com. A link to our bike lockers page is in the description below. For even more bike locker insights, make sure to watch our video on the security elements of bike lockers. You can also subscribe to the Madrax channel by clicking the subscribe button, then the bell. You'll be notified when new bike storage and bike parking video content is available. And if there's anything else you'd like to know about bike lockers, let us know in the comments below, or tell us a topic we should cover for a future video.